We got 3 suburbs at $300,000, and one of them is so fast right now, if you blink, you missed it. Now, if you're buying around $300,000 in the Milwaukee area right now, I want to show you something that might actually surprise you. Because most buyers come in thinking that this budget is limiting and that they're going to have to settle. And what I'm seeing in the data and in real close sales from the last 90 days tells a completely different story. Today we're comparing 3 suburbs: West Allis, South Milwaukee, and Cudahy. Same budget, very different experience. And by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly which one fits your situation and which one you need to move on fast. Let's get into it. Now, before we get into the numbers, I want to set something up because this is the thing that most buyers don't understand going in. At $300,000 in this market, you're not compromising, you're choosing. And there is a big difference. When you look at 3 suburbs side by side, what you're really doing is deciding what matters most to you. Community feel, commute, space, walkability, and the speed of the market. Each one of these suburbs gives you something real at this price point, but they're not the same. And once you see the data, the decision gets a little bit clearer. So let's start with the one that everybody already knows, the pit bull. Yes, I'm talking about West Allis. If you've been looking at homes in the Milwaukee area for more than 5 minutes, you've seen West Allis pop up. And there's a reason for that. The suburb delivers. I pulled the last 90 days of closed sales around $300,000 in West Allis. 35 homes sold. 35. That tells you that there's real inventory here, real options, and real competition. Here's what the data looked like. The median sold price landed right around $300,000. You're typically getting a 3-bedroom, 1-bath home, square footage around 1,200 to 1,400 square feet. Homes built mostly in the 1940s and 50s with that classic Milwaukee character. Hardwood floors, covered porches, 2-car garages. And here's the part that matters most for buyers. The average days on market was around 7 days. So you have time to think. Not a ton of time, but enough to be strategic. Most of these homes sold at or above asking price, so don't come in low, come in prepared. West Allis sits right between Milwaukee and the western suburbs, so you're close to everything. The restaurants on Greenfield Ave, quick access to the highway, easy commute in either direction. For buyers who want value, familiarity, and options, West Allis is hard to beat at this price. The trade-off? These are older homes. Some have been updated beautifully. Some haven't been touched in 30 years. So you need to know what you're walking into. And that's exactly why having a good agent matters. Now let's talk South Milwaukee. And I'll be honest with you. I like South Milwaukee. Better Together Coffee, the tap room. This is a real community with real people who genuinely love where they live. And at $300,000, it shows. Here's what the data shows. 6 closed sales in the last 90 days, which, before you say anything, is actually meaningful. This isn't a slow market, it's a small market. The inventory is limited because people aren't leaving. Median sold price right around $293,000. That gets you 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, and square footage in the 11 to 1,600 range. Average days on market was about 12 days, so slightly slower than West Allis, which means you have a bit more breathing room as a buyer. But here's what most numbers don't tell you. South Milwaukee sits right on Lake Michigan. You've got Bender Park, War Memorial Park, lakefront access that most suburbs can't touch. The downtown strip has character, and it's not trying to be something that it's not. This is a community that feels like a small town, but gives you everything you need. The trade-off is inventory. When something good hits the market here, there's no browsing. You have to be ready, which again means having someone in your corner who can move quickly. If you want value, community, and lake access, South Milwaukee deserves to be on your list. Seriously. And now Cudahy. This is the one I told you about in the hook. The one where if you blink, you missed it. I pulled 90 days of closed sales in Cudahy, around $300,000. 14 homes sold. And the average days on market, 4 days. 4 days. Let me put that in perspective. In West Allis, you have about a week. In South Milwaukee, about 12 days. In Cudahy, you have a long weekend. That's it. So why is it moving that fast? Because buyers are figuring out what Cudahy actually is. and they want in. Here's what you get. Median sold price right around $305,000. 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, but the square footage, this is where it gets interesting. You're averaging 1,300 to 1,600 square feet, bigger than West Allis, bigger than South Milwaukee, for basically the same price. Homes built mostly in the 1950s and 60s, solid construction, and Cudahy sits right between South Milwaukee and St. Francis, which means you're minutes from the lake, close to Oak Creek, and still an easy drive to Milwaukee. This is the suburb people discover and immediately think, why didn't I know about this sooner? The trade-off is the same as South Milwaukee, limited inventory. And with 4-day average days on market, hesitation is not a strategy here. You have to be decisive. But if you want the most square footage for your dollar in a neighborhood that's genuinely on the rise, Cudahy is the answer. Okay, let's put all 3 side by side so you can actually see this clearly. West Allis, median sold around $300,000, about 1,200 to 1,400 square feet, 7 days on market, 35 sales in 90 days, best inventory, most options. South Milwaukee, median sold around $293,000, about 1,100 to 1,600 square feet, 12 days on market, 6 sales in 90 days, best community feel, lake access. Cudahy, median sold around $305,000, about 1,300 to 1,600 square feet, 4 days on the market, 14 sales in the last 90 days, most square footage per dollar, in the fastest market of the 3. So here's how I think about this decision. If you want the most options and the most time to make a smart decision, West Allis is your suburb. If you want community, character, lake access, South Milwaukee's calling your name. And if you want the most home for your money and you're ready to move fast, get to know Cudahy. Now here's what I want you to take away from this. All 3 suburbs are legit. All 3 give you a real home at $300,000 in a real neighborhood. This isn't a consolation prize budget. This is a real buying position in one of the most underrated metro areas in the country. But, and this matters, the speed of this market means that being informed is not enough. You have to be prepared, pre-approved, connected to someone who can get you in the door before it closes. That's exactly what I do. If you're buying in any of these suburbs or anywhere in the Milwaukee area, I'd love to be that person for you. Reach out, the link is in the description. Let's talk. And if you're still in research mode, good, keep watching. I've got videos covering the entire buying process from budget mistakes all the way to closing day, all right here on this channel. You can start with the one I'd recommend next. It's right on your screen. As always, thank you for watching. And remember, whatever move you make next, make sure it's a smart one. I'll see you next week.